Good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to the 2025 Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship. We've got a few operational reminders for your information. The winning team will be escorted to this room. We will have each team on the dais for up to 10 minutes each. We will ask each head coach to open each team session with general comments about the game. If you would like to ask a question, please raise your hand and let us deliver to you a wireless microphone. Please state your name, your affiliation, and designate who you would like to answer your question directly into the microphone, as we have ASAP Sports transcribing the press conference remotely. Quotes and other media materials are available in the media Dropbox on big12sports.com. When entering and departing this interview room, we request that you use the rare entrance to this area. Locker rooms are open for up to 30 minutes once the team's cooling off period ends. For tomorrow, the order is reversed. We will have the losing team on the dais first prior to the championship team winning, prior to the champion appearing on the dais. The runner-up has a 15-minute cooling off period tomorrow. If you'd like a security escort to your vehicle in the parking garage tonight, please notify the guest services staff at the entrance to the media workroom or the security guard at the media entrance on Oak Street. Joining me now on the dais is Arizona head coach Tommy Lloyd. He's joined by Caleb Love and KJ Lewis. Coach, can you get us started with some general comments about the game?
Great job by our guys. Obviously Texas Tech's playing shorthanded, and they've, kind of had to, had some delicate, situations with injuries over the course of this year, and obviously we didn't know what was going to happen until we kind of showed up at the arena, but I knew it was going to be tough. I mean, they beat Houston without Toppin at Houston. They didn't have, they didn't have the two guys, the Williams and Chance. McMillan, when they played Houston at home and played them tough. So I knew it was going to be a hard game. And our guys did a great job just finding a way. And, it wasn't easy. They were tough. They fought us every step of the way. And, they made those early threes. And then they did a really good job of just putting foul pressure on us and getting to the free throw line. And then they were great on the offensive glass. So, but all in all, I'm proud of our guys for hanging with it and making enough winning plays to come out on top.
Okay, our first question will be on the second row on the left.
David Smale, Field Level Media. Coach, after you guys extended the lead in the second half, they kept chipping away, and each time you responded, just talk about the response.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. I mean, these guys made some big-time plays, and I wouldn't chalk it up to much coaching. I would chalk it up to having competitive guys. They just have a knack for hanging in games, Texas Tech does, and kind of making a big three here and there, getting an offensive rebound put back, and they feel it's so timely. And our guys did a great job for the most part answering all of those. And, I think they cut it to 4. I think but late down the stretch there, so it was late, but we did a good job kind of holding them off enough and just giving ourselves enough cushion. If we made 1 or 2 more plays, it was going to be tough for them to get over the top.
Let's go to the left side here on the third row.
How did you guys manage to limit Texas Tech from the three-point line for all of you?
How do we what?
Manage to limit Texas Tech from the three-point line.
Well, we have to be attentive, and they made some early. I think they made 5 of their first 7 when I looked up there at the scoreboard, and if I'm good at math, that's 2 of their last. I don't have my glasses. 2 of their last 17, 18. I can't read it, guys. I can't tell if it's a 28 or a 25. My fault, but we did. Our guys did a good job being attentive. And they probably missed a few they wish they would have had back, but I thought our guys did a much better job of being attentive and not over helping in situations. They're a team. You got to make them. You got to make those guards. Find a way to make 2-point shots. And they're a team you got to be comfortable giving up some penetration, downhill and making them finish oversized, and athletes inside. And our guys did a good job hanging with it. I would, some of the fouls are regretful. I wish that free throw number's a little bit lower. But all in all, I mean, limiting them to 9 threes when they want to make 10 plus, we'll take it.
Let's go to the right side here on the third row.
Bruce Pasco, Arizona Daily Star. Tommy, these conference tournaments a year ago, I think it seemed like maybe not playing on Saturday might be a good thing to give you some rest. Is it different, a lot different this year, needing
hey,
momentum, or how
No,
would you?
I mean, Bruce, if we're going to play a game, we're going to try to win. I mean, I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart to throw a game to think we're going to play good next Thursday or Friday. If we have Arizona on our chest and we have the dudes we have, we're playing to win. And that's how we roll. So we're not overthinking that. You know, I mean, hey, we're gonna try to win tomorrow. We know it's going to be a heck of a challenge, but we're going to try to win tomorrow, and we're not even going to worry about the next week.
I just meant too that just getting momentum. How critical is that for this team?
I mean, listen, we'll find out tomorrow. I mean, we could get our ass kicked tomorrow. I don't know. So, you know, we got to come out and play tomorrow. I mean, it's great coming down here and getting 2 wins against 2 really good teams. I mean, you beat Kansas in Kansas City. That says something. You beat a Texas Tech team that found a way to take second in the conference. That says something. So now, you know, now we got the champ. We're staring down the champ, and let's see what we got. Hey, get these guys some questions. They're the ones that played their asses off.
Let's go here on the second row on the left.
Sorry, Coach, one more for you. Tomorrow's game, you guys specialize on offense. Houston specializes
We're
on
not that
defense.
bad on defense.
Right, but you're known for offense, let's put it that way. Houston specializes on defense. Just talk about
Well,
matching up with them.
Houston specializes in winning basketball. I mean, they're great on offense, they're great on defense, they're great on the glass. I mean, so I know it's, if you want to drill it down and just say defense, because that's easier to understand, that's fine. But they're also great on offense. And that's what makes them so hard to beat. And obviously they're tough as nails. So, you know, it's a great honor to compete against a guy like, you know, Kelvin. And I hope, you know, as I grow in my coaching career, you know, and I hope I get a good stretch of competing against him, because I think it's going to make me a better coach. And, you know, so I got a lot of respect for him and his program.
Let's go to the third row on the right.
Nathan Gies, Lubbock Avalanche Journal. This is for Caleb and KJ. With them not having Darian and Chance, how did that kind of change how you guys saw them from their offensive perspective? Because you've already seen them twice. How did that kind of change without those guys, and how the flow of the offense kind of had to go tonight?
Obviously, it was different personnel, but you know they really good players. They still had, you know, their role players, you know, showed up. You know, Kevin Overton, he had 20 points. So you know they stepped up, and so you know our game plan didn't change as far as you know who we was guarding and things like that. But we just adjusted, and you know we came out on top.
I mean, they're a tough group, regardless of you know who's out and who's playing. And you know, there's much respect to those guys and that coaching staff. Like Coach Lloyd said, you know, they're known for winning without you know players being in the lineup, and you know they played us to the end of the game. So much respect to them.
And then you guys, did you change anything perspective-wise of defense, of how to crash down at JT when he got the ball in the post from previous matchups?
I mean,
Oh, go ahead, gang. No, go ahead.
I mean, he the Big 12 Player of the Year. So you know, obviously our attention was on him, and you know we got to give him the respect that he deserves. And you know, obviously he's a monster on the boards, a monster in the post. So you know, we had to you know come in and you know play as hard as we can, and you know to keep him off the glass and you know make every shot tough for him.
Nah, he said it to the T.
Okay, let's go to the back on the right, on the left side.
Caleb, Leo Rivera with Sco Buff Sports. You shot at a high clip tonight. What felt good about your shot in this game?
You know, I think it was just the energy of the game. You know, I started off obviously, you know, hot, but I just wanted to get that spark to my team, and I know, you know, they was gonna, you know, follow up with that. And so, you know, I had it going, but you know, as the game was flowing, you know, KJ chipped in. You know, we had big numbers from Trey, and you know, it went on, you know, from there.
Okay, we got one on the right side here on about the third row.
Yeah, KJ, just seemed like you were tugging at that wrap there, and you took it off, and obviously had a good game. Is it just at this point just better off to go without stuff, and adrenaline taking over, or what's going on?
I can't even tell you. I mean, in the flow of the game, trying not to be distracted by whatever, and you know, doing whatever I can do to you know help my team win and not be distracted by you know tape on my wrist. So, I guess screw the tape.
Okay, we got time for a couple more. Anybody interested in them? Okay, first one will be on the right, and then we'll have our last one on the left here in our third row.
Tommy, just curious about, because you work with Cranford, with Team USA. What's your guys' kind of relationship, and how does it kind of feel to go into these matches with somebody that you're?
Well, listen, it's, you know, at first I was like, you know, hey, this is going to be a little bit awkward. You know, because he's you know, somebody, you know, that he and I confide in each other when it comes to basketball things, and now we find ourselves in the same conference, you know, and I don't think, you know, over the course of our 20-plus year friendship, we would have ever thought that. And so that's different. You know, we're probably not talking as much as we once did, but we still, you know, catch up, you know, every week. Yeah, so, but I thought this morning, I'm like, you know what, it's really cool we're playing for the third time. Because the only time you're going to play for the third time is going to be in the postseason. And you know, for it to be deeper in a tournament, it says we're both doing well. So I'm proud of him. You know, I'm proud to compete against him, and I'm proud of our guys for finding a way to get us over the top, you know, tonight.
Okay, our last question is going to be here on the left.
Hi, Sierra Blazer, Daily Wildcat. This is more so for Caleb and KJ. I know tomorrow you guys got to focus on strategy and gameplay, but what does it mean to you guys to be in the final game of Arizona's first time in the Big 12 championship?
It means a lot. You know, we playing for something bigger than ourselves, playing for the, you know, players that played, you know, before us and things like that. And so we take pride in that. And, you know, we're going to come in and play as hard as we can, come in, you know, try to execute the game plan as best as we can. And, you know, we'll see what the outcome, you know, comes from that.
I mean, definitely what Caleb said. You know, we had a goal this year to, you know, get to this point, and we're going to do our best and execute a game plan to try to go win tomorrow.
Okay, Coach, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Good luck to you tomorrow.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Texas Tech coach Grant McCaslin is joining us now, along with Kevin Overton and Christian Anderson. Coach, can you get us started with some general comments about the game?
Yeah, great environment. Love the Big 12 tournament and thankful to be a part of it. And, you know, when you step into a game against a great team like Arizona, coached by a great coach in Tommy Lloyd, we knew going into the game they would be super physical. And felt like our ability to match their effort on the glass, our ability to be physical defensively without fouling, And, man, I thought we had great stretches. We were a little shorthanded, and the guys that played like KO with 20 points, people talk about his points and Christian with 19, but to me it was just our competitiveness that I loved. And, I told him in the locker room, this is not where it ends. That's the beauty of what we've done this season. This is just the beginning of another season for us that we are excited to be a part of. And we didn't win the basketball game, but I thought we grew as a team and got better. And guys like Leon Horner came in and played awesome when he hasn't even hardly played this year. And Federico hadn't been playing a ton because we've been trying to make sure that he's healthy, and he gave us unbelievable minutes and was awesome defensively. So just a gritty game for us, and we didn't find a way to win, but that's a credit to Arizona and how talented they are and how physical they are.
Okay, please raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. Let's go to Pete Christie here on the second row.
For Kevin, Pete Christie from KCBD in Lubbock. Kevin, last night you didn't make a basket. Tonight, showed the toughness that this team has had all year long, being undermanned. Just talk about your night, leading the way with 20 points.
I was just doing everything I can to win. Couldn't really find the rhythm yesterday. Today, I was just trying to stay in the flow of the game. I took the shots that the defense gave me, and some of them went in, some of them didn't, but I was just playing to win.
We're going to go with the right on the third row.
Nathan Geese, Lubbock Avalanche Journal. This is for Christian and Kevin. The last couple of games against these high-profile teams, you've been shorthanded, but you found ways to just kind of keep yourselves in it, even playing with big numbers from you guys. What does it say about the team that even when you're shorthanded, you're never out of the game, even when it kind of looks like maybe you should?
I think it just goes to show how much work we put in practice, and how everybody on our team wants to win, and how we all know what it takes to win. So, yeah, like you said, we were a little bit shorthanded. But, yeah, even with that, even through some fatigue, I think we, still played strong. We had some great moments, and sometimes we didn't. But I think that's just due to a little fatigue. But other than that, I think we played very hard the whole game, and, yeah, it's just on to the next.
Yeah, I think it just goes to how we work every day. We have a very deep team, so we just understand whenever guys are out, everybody else can step up. It's like Leon Horner did today. He hasn't played all season, but he stepped in. He was ready to go. So it just shows how our depth and how we're connected as a group, and everybody can fill the roles that we need to win.
This one's kind of all for all three of you, I guess, but just from either injuries or opponent being able to kind of use you guys' bench a little bit deeper, how much do you think that kind of helps you going into March, where you're all kind of in different levels of confidence now, as you can kind of get more playing time under your feet moving forward?
I think, it just, can you repeat the question a little bit? I think it was a little long.
Yeah, you guys are playing a little bit deeper into your bench now, either from injuries or just because the opportunity comes in the games. Do you think that helps you guys with everybody kind of being on the same page going into this?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it does because, everybody, even when some guys are hurt, we kind of have to play a little, more important roles. And, yeah, we have to push through fatigue, so I think it helps both our conditioning, and it kind of helps us have a feel for, what it takes in the big moments to win, even when some guys are hurt. So, yeah, I think it's definitely going to help us in the long run.
Yeah, I think it gives us a balance, especially for this last stretch we have. Getting two of our best players back, it just gives us more depth, obviously, but I just think we'll have a better feel. Playing in games like this and being able to play those roles, it'll help us down the stretch coming off the bench, especially for me and Christian.
Do you want to hear from Coach McCaslin?
Yeah, tonight, Elijah Hawkins and JT Toppin have really been carrying a huge load for us all season long, and that's what makes this team special. That's why I have so much confidence in us going into March. is because then we got two new guys. And if you look at this roster, there's one guy that played tonight that was a part of our team last year, and that was Kerwin, the only player. And you look at Arizona's roster, and they had a pretty significant amount of returners. And then if you look at the two guys that, I mean, you know, you got a lot of talent on our roster, but the two guys that led us in scoring, the three guys are, you know, pretty, other than Christian, and he's played significant minutes. I mean, none of these guys average double figures. So it just says a lot about this team and the talent we have. And I think we're ready for anything if we have our whole roster. And I told them in the locker room, man, we got a lot of confidence in how we can do this now, and this experience will only benefit us moving forward.
Okay, we're going to go on the left side about 3 rows from the back.
Hey, Coach. Leo Rivera with Scobuff Sports. Now playing in this tournament, looking ahead towards March Madness, what can you say about the lessons you're taking away, and what do you want to apply now going into this new season that you're optimistic for?
Well, one, I told these guys in the locker room, what's really important is that we execute the game plan defensively. And I think this is probably our worst defensive performance or close to it on the year, maybe other than UCF. We just couldn't get timely stops, and when we did, they got offensive rebounds and got putbacks. I mean, it was 11-3 on second chance points, and we actually had as many offensive rebounds that they did. We just couldn't convert them. And that's a credit to them because they do put a lot of pressure on you. It's a physical team. But we made some pretty significant errors on scouting report, things that we should know. And the game happens fast, so give them credit because Arizona's got an extremely talented team. They're aggressive, they're athletic, and Tommy does a great job with keeping the ball moving so it moves quickly. But we've really got to pay attention to those things if we want to win and make a run in the NCAA tournament. So if there's anything I take away from this, it's we've got to fine-tune those details because I thought our scrap and our effort level was great, especially considering the circumstances. Just our execution with what we did defensively was not great in regards to personnel and actions that we knew that they were going to run, that we weren't able to do a better job making it difficult.
Okay, any other questions? First one's on the left side here on the second row.
Hey, Coach, back home, some issues on campus that have closed the campus, so no Selection Sunday show Sunday for the fans. What's the message to the fans? I know Sunday they can't wait to see where you guys are going and getting tickets and going wherever the Red Raiders go.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is what you play this whole season for, is for this opportunity. And we wanted to celebrate with everybody. We actually had a great plan together. I don't really get involved in plans, but I got involved in this one because I wanted people to enjoy it with us because it's not worth it. I mean, we have a great time. We love each other. We always get to, you know, be in the locker rooms together, but just to include people was important to us. And so I just want everybody to know that we wanted to have everybody a part of it, and we're really disappointed we couldn't have an opportunity to celebrate with people. But just know our hope is that we continue to play so that we can have as many people a part of it on the run in the journey. But we are excited about it, and we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for the Red Raiders across the country and in Lubbock. And we look forward to, you know, that first game where we can get everybody together and hope everybody can make it wherever we end up.
Let's go to the fourth row on the left side.
Coach, what went into the decision to sit Darian and Chance tonight, and what are your expectations for them being available next week?
Yeah, great question. Start with Chance. I mean, he obviously didn't play the second half of the game yesterday, and, you know, I have no expectation other than let's just do everything we can to put ourselves in position to win, and let's see to play, and let's see if we can play. And so Chance last night was in pretty severe pain, and then this morning he woke up and he was like definitive that he could not play. And our hope is that we do get him back for the NCAA tournament, though. And then Darian Williams was in a similar boat. I mean, if you saw him last night, he was limping pretty much the entire second half and trying to play through it. And then when he got up this morning, he didn't do much in the walkthrough and then tried to warm up and said he couldn't go. So, I mean, it wasn't like it was a master plan. Honestly, we just tried to prepare him as best we could to play today. And then if he and the training staff didn't feel like they could go, they couldn't go. And so we weren't holding them out, to be honest. I mean, we just really felt like those guys, if they could play, they would. And neither one of them felt like they could do what they needed to do in order to put themselves in position. But they also know we need to be healthy for next week. And so our hope is that we get both of them back, and that's the expectation.
Okay, we got time for 2 more questions. Anybody interested in them? Okay, Coach. Oh,
Hey, I'm thankful for these 2 guys stepping up,
got
playing
one-
40
got
minutes
one.
and 33. Yeah, Nathan.
Just one thing, with JT, was he throwing up in the tunnel? Is he battling something, which is kind of something that happened throughout the game?
No, I think he was just trying to be extra hydrated because he knew we needed to play, and I think he drank too much water. So I think he's all right. But I love these guys. I'm so thankful for them. They don't always, man, today was a tough environment in order for them to play, and I thought both of them just gave everything they could to this team, and that says a lot about these 2 guys, Kevin and Christian. It's awesome. Thank you, too. It's awesome. I love this team, and I love these guys. We'll be ready for March. Let's do
thanks,
it.
Coach.
Wreck 'em. Thank you.
All right, you bet.